Are you aware of the split that is happening right now? Many of you already identify with being one of these volunteers, whether it be first wavers, the ones that had it the toughest, incarnating into a really dense planet where we were headed in a direction, a trajectory where a call needed to be given out because the earth was in trouble. And many of you are those such volunteers that incarnated into this earth at this time and space to be a part of this monumental shift of consciousness. We're going through a profound shift. Why do some people, and will some people, make it and others stay with the old earth? Our reality is splitting into two. People are remaining with the old, those that aren't willing to make the jump. So what is this shift? Well, Dolores Cannon's material talks a lot about it. Also, the law of one's material, the Ra material, goes into it. And even the great Eckhart Tolle, he speaks about it in his profound book, The New Earth. Interesting, the same title as Dolores Cannon's book, The Three Waves of Volunteers and the New Earth. They all point to the same phenomena that is occurring, this splitting of realities, this trajectory that some of us are moving into. The New Earth reality is all about 5-dimensional reality. What does that mean? What does that look like? Unity, consciousness. The old world was all about ego and competitiveness and us versus them. And even we're seeing through social media now, all about me, 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 me. And some are still stuck to that paradigm. Some people are still very much ingrained in that way of thinking. They're watching all those TV shows, The Housewives, and yet some of us are having this profound spiritual awakening. We're connecting with information like Dolores Cannon. We're having a quantum healing hypnosis technique session where we're delving in and we're discovering our life's purpose. And we're beginning to transform our consciousness, our awareness, and we are beginning to shift into this reality. The new earth is not coming, it is here. The question is, are you a part of it and are you moving into it, or are you staying with the old? Now, there's a lot of confusion about the old earth versus the new earth and how we can see people in the old earth, but they can't see us, and it can be quite convoluted. But if we examine it from this perspective, to see that this is a consciousness split, this is a way that we see and perceive and act. You see, you might have already noticed people in your life beginning to not respond to you, not answer emails, not align with your energy anymore. I know I have. Because we are splitting. We no longer resonate with certain people. Certain people no longer resonate with us because we're not on the same frequency anymore. And there are many people, certainly in the realm that I operate in, that have woken up to this reality and they're becoming more unified. And at the same time, even within the spiritual community, perhaps those that have been around for a long time, even some new ones, they're staying in the old paradigm of us versus them, competitiveness. My book sold more than yours. I got more at my workshop than yours. And they lack the embodiment of the consciousness of the new earth. You see, not everyone is going to make this shift, and there are going to be those people in your life that are going to move out of your life because they aren't resonating with the frequency and the vibration in which you are ascending to. The question is for you listening is, are you going through this inner transformation? Are you transformed? Are you letting go of old patterns of competitiveness and separateness You see, 3D reality is all about the egoic mind structure of us versus them, the polarization of we are different. This is our group. You're not invited. And unity consciousness speaks of a oneness, a coming together with a common goal. There are many new businesses that are emerging into this area of unity consciousness. We like to get caught up in extremes. We wait for big events and things to happen in our experience, and then we give our power and our energy away to it. What we give our energy to expands. And so if we are feeding into conspiracy, what they are going to do to us, and all the things around the media, how they like to divide because they're a part of this old world reality of us versus them. We need sides. We're seeing it at the world at large at the moment. Take a side. And yet, in the midst of it, our innocence on both sides, the unity consciousness that I talk about. Are you on the side of unity and non-division, or are you still divided in your own life? Your family members, within your own community, us versus them, competitiveness. Even on social media, I've got more followers than you. I've got more video views than you. It's the old paradigm. We're letting it go. We're coming together in unity as one. A knowingness that we all came from the no-thingness, and that we'll all return to the no-thingness. The question is, what will we do with the time that we have incarnated here? So when we look at the concept of the 3 waves of volunteers and the new earth, we see that the first wave, perhaps born in the 1930s, 1940s, 1950s, had the hardest time. They came at a time in Earth's history where it was the densest, where we were set to destroy ourselves as a species. Because of the fabric of all of existence being interconnected, we know this through the quantum field and quantum mechanics now, that even our planet is interconnected to other universes and other realities. When we dropped that atomic bomb on Hiroshima, it sent out reverberations into the universe. It said, hey, they can't do that. You're breaking the laws of the universe. And so a call was given. A call was given that Earth was in trouble, that Earth needed, and this comes back to contracts, they could not interfere from without because of free will, but they devised a plan that they could come from within. So the call was given out for volunteers to come to assist humanity, to help it raise its frequency and its vibration. And many of you that are watching this now are such volunteers. Now, whether you identify as being a first wave, you might be older and you might have been part of this group. I know Dolores Cannon certainly was a first wave volunteer. They paved the way for the second wave of volunteers, the ones that are implementing now action. Your very energy, even when you walk through a crowded mall or a crowded space, the very eminence of your energy, the very vibration of your energy would affect all of the people that you come into contact with. Even through the power of meditation, when you meditate and you send out a vibrational frequency to the quantum field, that is making a vast impact. And then the younger people, the perhaps 20 years old and younger, and this can move a little bit as well. So you might be 25 and still a third wave. These are really people coming in with completely new ways of thinking and being, and DNA being upgraded, and just coming in with a brand new consciousness. Others of us have had to really evolve our consciousness to match the newer vibrations. So the question is not, is this new earth coming? Is it going to happen? It is here. In fact, Dolores Cannon said the culmination point was 2012. That was the event that many missed. They were looking for a literal event, perhaps a lot of us wanted to get out of here, thought it was our ticket out of here, and yet it was not that. It was this beginning culmination point, the start of really this new earth being born and humanity ascending into this new frequency. We look at the media at the moment, and the media is stirring up fear. The media always stirs up fear. They are playing their part, their role in this cosmic drama. We are playing our part. So our part is to not overly identify, yes, be informed, but do not become a part of that. We so often in this community get caught up in all of the fear-based narratives around what they are going to do to us. And yet through our association, through our identification, through our energetic exchange, we empower those things. So the book series, The Law of One, talks about being at least 51% service to humanity. If you tip the scales in your own life to be more service to other people, your act of service to others tips the scale for you to come into this new earth energy that Dolores Cannon talked about. Where are you serving? How are you using the majority of your time and your energy to perhaps evolve your own consciousness? And I always talk about, we're not trying to do, we have to be beingness. We want to see peace in the world. We have to be peace, not try to get something that we see outside of ourselves, but to be the thing in what we want to see grow and expand.